Everybody, it's Heather Hansen with Creative Sage Cottage, back with the second part of my Rose of Jericho video. This will be more of the how-to and how to bring your Rose of Jericho back to life again. So when you receive your kit, it's going to look a bit like this. You will have your dormant Rose of Jericho with the crystal tucked inside of it, an empty bottle for collecting your Rose of Jericho water, a few sprigs of white sage so that you can do a little smudging, and then your card, which will explain to you a bit about the properties of the crystal you received and some things for you to think about. So when you are ready, once you receive your kit, go ahead and find yourself some kind of a bowl that will be able to hold your Rose of Jericho. And I like to make this kind of a special thing. So use what you're comfortable with and use what you have, but make it something that you're really putting a little bit of thought into, because this Rose of Jericho and what you're going to be doing with this plant, that's no ordinary thing. So why not make it a little bit more ritualistic, special, however you choose to think about it. So, of course, go ahead and smudge your area, and then you're going to fill up your bowl with some stones, just so that the plant itself is not completely submerged in water. It will just be sitting on top of the stones, and then the water will cover the base of it. So, this is what the root system, kind of the root system, looks like on the Rose of Jericho. And then this is the top, and you can see where the leaves are kind of folded up on themselves. So what I like to do is just kind of place the plant in the bowl where it's going to be living, and then take some water, and this could be rainwater, this could be distilled water, this could be tap water, as long as it is not salt water, because these plants are not happy when you give them salt water. So then you're just going to go ahead and add enough water to your bowl so that the base of this plant and its root system, you'll start to see, it will change color a bit. These become completely submerged. And I will keep going and adding just a little bit more. And I kind of give it like a little bit of a head start by rolling it around a little bit. And there you have it. So that's about as easy as it is to kind of give your Rose of Jericho the start that it needs to bring it back to life. Now, some people will also, like I always say, this magic is very personal, and the intentions that you have are going to be different than everyone else's. But folklore tells us that if you would like to invite a little bit more money into your life and prosperity, you can put 3, 5, or even 13 coins in the water with your Rose of Jericho and let them go ahead and do their thing. So after about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on your plant, and again, not all of them are the same. Some open quickly and some, it takes a little bit of time for them to really be absorbing the water. But over, let's just say, an hour and a half or so, you can leave the room and come back and ta-da! This is what your Rose of Jericho will wind up looking like. Not exactly like this, because just like crystals and humans and all sorts of things out in nature, no two plants are exactly the same. But as you can see, she has lush greenery and these little white endings, and she has bloomed beautifully. And lo and behold, in the center of the plant, just as promised, this is a piece of green aventurine. And aventurine, as you probably already know, is one of the foremost stones for new beginnings. So this particular Rose of Jericho may be telling us to take a moment and think about some new beginnings in our own life and what kind of ways we can bring a fresh perspective or even a new way of looking at things. But so this gives you an idea of what your plant will look like when she's open. And she's still sitting in water. And I like to tell people not to fully submerge this plant because she will begin to mold. And as you see, the water has already turned a little bit brown. Every 3 to 5 days, go ahead and change the water on your plant in order to keep her healthy. And in your kit, you might remember, I included an empty bottle. So like I said in my first video, the water from the Rose of Jericho is just as important and just as powerful as the plant itself. So go ahead and empty out the water as you're changing it into your little bottle. Sometimes people will add a crystal chipstone to the water. It just depends on what your intentions are with it. You can put a little bit in a spray bottle and you can spritz your window tree all the way around your windows to keep negativity out and positive energy in. You can add a little bit of this water to a floor wash. You can clean your crystals with it. Whatever it is that you would like to use your water for, just go ahead and charge it with your intentions. Make sure you say thank you, and off she goes. And then after maybe 10 days or 2 weeks, depending on what your intuition tells you, you can go ahead and remove your Rose of Jericho plant from the water completely. And it's kind of amazing. Literally within minutes, she will begin to dry up again and start to return back to the way you found her when you received her by mail. Now you at this time, as she's closing up, you could jot down some of your own intentions going forward on a piece of paper. You can tuck them into the center of the plant, and as she closes, she will close around those intentions, absorb the energy of those intentions, and then when you're ready to open her back up again, they will be fully charged and ready to release out into the universe. I should also tell you, when you pick your plant up, you're going to find that there are all these little powdery branch pieces left behind. These are not garbage. Again, anything that goes with this plant or is from this plant holds as much energy as the plant itself. So I like to grind these up into a powder and use them in medicine bags. I love to burn them as an herbal incense, mix them with rose petals or lavender or cedar or whatever it is that you enjoy fragrance-wise, and let their magical smoke drift off into the universe and carry our intentions with them. So there you have it. Those are your instructions for how to bring your Rose of Jericho back to life and maintain her while she is working alongside you to unleash her beautiful magic into the world and get your intentions out there and resurrected in the best possible way. So thank you so much for listening and for being here today. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out via email or private message and all that good stuff. So wishing you love and magic, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.